breasts,
grab
3
some
legs,
ass
and all that. Hey! We were on, but you couldn't really hear us. Sight.
Right.
Power failure.
I'm Lewis Dix.
TDP.
Jeff Arnold.
And welcome to
In a Man's World. Tighten up your belts. You're not a man yet. Let us walk you through the steps.
Yeah, and you're definitely not a man until you meet Harvey Weinstein.
Really, Lewis?
Wow.
Really? That's where we going?
I mean, you know.
Roger Ailes,
Sick
Bill
behind.
Man.
Sick older men just on
Man.
one. It's never been. That power is a mother. That power. And before I go any further, banana clip jaw.
Tell them how you really felt before the show.
Banana clip jaw. I got your little message about no Kool-Aid and pork before the show today, please. You were on 1, 2, 3, 4, and many more during last week's show.
Somebody cares about you, man.
He hit me up that with like 10:35 a.m.
And your response to that was what?
I went and got me a nature bar.
Nah, that wasn't a response. I'm going to tell you. Can I get the response?
No. That was behind the scenes.
You're trying to assassinate his character.
But I appreciate you, Banana Clip Jaw.
Shoot him, too.
And I don't know what that name means, but I hope
you're still going to get shot.
Pow!
We have a game today.
It's Friday the 13th.
Little flag football. We go against Windward. We played them Wednesday, and we tied them 6-6. But it was kind of like a practice game. They didn't show us anything. We didn't really show
the traffic over there is terrible.
Oh, yeah.
And now I'm riding by Melrose.
Uh-huh.
Now there's a lot. You know how you see the kids lined up. Well, this was like
around the corner. Going down La Brea.
Yeah. Oh, so you must have been at somebody's house last night. That's not over by where
the park
you live,
over here.
So.
How you know?
Okay, you came that way down.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you came down Melrose. Okay.
Snitching already.
I was about to say that's not his usual route.
Shoot
him too. Double.
So you saw that line. Now I asked them what they were waiting for. What do you think they were waiting for?
I think it's the sandbox.
No.
What?
Tattoos.
Oh, really?
$31.
Wow.
And it was a lot. Now you can contest. It was a lot of kids.
Oh yeah.
It was crazy line. Like at least 2 in the block all the way. It was
it was at least 4
blocks. And around the corner.
And going down La Brea, it was at least a half a block.
Yes, it was a lot of kids.
You're looking at about right now. When I passed, it was about 1,000 people
waiting for because the tattoos were $31.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And that's all weekend. That's a special.
Yeah.
So they're gonna be lined up there all.
And then they must gonna be working like 24 all weekend. So somebody gonna walk away with a fucked up tattoo.
Yeah, that's a little young hip hop area over there right now because Drake has a shop over there. I think Kanye has a store over there.
Ray J has a scooter shop over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the girl Christine, I think
Emilion.
she has.
Yeah.
I mean, could you imagine when we were growing up, if we told our parents or our friends that we're going to sit out here they're going to be out there for over like 3-4 hours, right?
But it depends on the size of the tattoo and the work too.
Right.
So it might just be like $31. You may just be getting like your initials or something.
Standard.
Is that quick? How long does that take?
Maybe 45 minutes to like roughly.
Okay, so if that's one tattoo and it's over 1,000 people, those people are going to be there overnight.
Yes.
Yeah.
So is the shop going to stay open 24 hours?
I doubt it very seriously, but it might just be a weekend thing. It might be a weekend special.
Right.
And there was some dark people out there.
That's all right, man.
Yeah.
You know, they got dark
color
ink
tattoos.
for that. Yeah.
Oh, man.
You were offended by that?
I just saw my homie last
offended,
weekend, and his 2 boys, twins, 15. They tatted up.
Yeah.
15 years old?
Yes.
Tattoos mean revolutionary.
And their mom, the thing about it, the dad is like good-looking dude, but he has no tats. The mom is like tatted the neck, the arms, and all that, and then the sons are like
I think
tatted.
that's kind of nasty on a woman with all those tats. But before we go any further, I want to say Lucky's birthday was... Is it today or was it? Okay.
You just off with the birthday.
No, because
fresh off the presses, old news.
Shoot him.
3 wanted me to tell Poet. It was so funny. She sent me a text last night saying, "Tell Poetry."
Oh wow,
hilarious.
Tell
whatever the bitch
Lucky.
name is.
Tell her Mom Lucky happy birthday.
On Friday.
And I was like, "It's Poetess."
I'm arrest that
You know
bitch.
what I meant? I said Poetry is. She said Poetry is.
I'm gonna pull her ass over.
That was hilarious.
Bless her heart.
But
good.
So, happy belated birthday, Lucky. So, okay.
So Harvey Weinstein.
man.
Did you know him personally? You know any relationship?
You know what? He came and did the show.
Your show that you were on, and how was he?
Creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
Creepy as fuck. And you can see the aura. It's like the power comes with him. Mm-hmm. And, you know, because his assistant, like, he came and, like, give me a bottle of water. And I'm like, that's not my job. Mm-hmm. It's like, you get you a bottle of water, you know?
And you got my water today.
Nah, okay.
Really?
But then, but the way he grabbed the actress that was coming, you know, behind, you know, to be interviewed, and the way he just grabbed her, you know, because he put his hands right here and just like slid it down her ass. You know, and just like...
You saw that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just like, okay, this is who he is. But he has that when he walks, you know, that creepiness to him. Like, you know, you know, this motherfucker. So when the story broke, he was like, everything that they say about him. Yeah.
Well, no, what was hilarious was him saying the emails he was sending out to his people.
Oh, yeah.
Saying, to hit me up and you got to help me get out of this.
Yeah. Save my job. Don't let the board fire me.
The dominoes are about to fall because it's all these boys that were hanging with him. Domino's about to fall. Gloria is hiring more people to come work for her.
Lisa Bloom, she had to quit, you know, because she was representing them at first. You know,
so she had to quit.
She had to quit.
Quit who?
Represent Harvey Weinstein.
She had to stop representing him. Okay. Yeah, she works for Gloria, right?
No, she has her own law firm.
Okay, so she.
I mean, but they just like, you know, like it just came out like Rose McGowan. She said she was actually raped by him.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then Ben Affleck released a statement that was so fucked up. Like, God damn it. I told him to stop doing that.
And then somebody went after him.
No, Rose McGowan went out and said, Ben Affleck, fuck off, fuck you. Mm-hmm. You know, but that good old boy club, you know, because he came out and said it, you know, this is just how I raised from the 60s, 70s. I'm accustomed to doing this shit. So this ain't nothing new. What y'all tripping on? What? Bill? Yeah, he was part of that.
It's a club.
It's a club.
Let's get it right. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what bothers me. All these white boys are doing what they're doing, and y'all want to go right to. It's safe to go right to Doc, as opposed to stay on Harvey. That's what we on.
We on Harvey.
All right. So that's no. Let's stay on Harvey.
He's the poster boy.
No. Stay on Harvey. See, we don't have enough heart to stay on them.
What's eating dicks?
I'm just telling you, we don't have enough heart to stay on them.
I have enough heart.
Y'all, especially you two kneelers.
Kneelers.
Oh yeah, I take. Yeah, oh wow,
you two kneelers.
Okay, so
I'd rather take a knee than take a pill.
Exactly.
And also, the memes are not funny about that they put up there about the kneeling and all that. But Aaron Gladman, congratulations to your son getting 3 A's and 3 B's.
What?
On his report card.
Okay.
And 0 tardies.
This is college or high school?
High school.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I'm assuming high school because.
You don't get A's and...
It doesn't look like that. That's not a report. The report card that he posted didn't look like a college thing. Mm. And I don't think they give you tardies.
Was it in crayon?
Yeah, was it special ed?
No, he's a smart young man.
He brings his helmet every day.
And congratulations to his parents.
He knows how to tie his shoes up.
For sure.
So good for him.
Motor City.
I don't think... Did you ever get 3 A's and 3 B's?
All the time.
Okay. Yeah. You got busted on social media.
About what?
About, I don't know if you saw that. You wrote something, and you wrote assume. I don't know if that was you, as opposed to assume. You wrote ASOON instead of assume. That wasn't you?
No.
ASSUME.
Right, but they
got it.
No, you know what happens? Because it said John Lemon, and that's not you.
No.
So, somebody named John Lemon
trying to be funny,
trying to be funny, wrote it, and it was pretty funny. I have to admit, I laughed because he said, "I'm tired of people trying to assume," and it was ASOON. And then,
okay. Now they're trying to insinuate I don't know how to spell. Wow.
Okay, man.
Seymour jumped right on it.
Seymour, bless her heart.
She was laughing about. I was laughing about that.
On Facebook.
Yeah, I think so. That's probably why my email got hacked.
They got hacked this week?
Got hacked today. I found out, and I you know how you hear about people getting hacked. People send you, "Hey man, don't do that." My email was hacked, and I was like, "Okay, I ain't got to worry about that because I don't have a lot of I don't do banking and none of that stuff on there. I don't like direct deposit, none of that stuff. So, but I get a text from one of the players' parents who I know says, "Hey, coach, I think you were hacked unless you're still stranded in the Philippines."
Oh, wow.
And I said, "Thank you, but I'm still stranded in L.A." That was my reply. And then my ex, Lou's mom, hit me up and said, "Hey, I think you've been hacked. You need to call them right away."
Yeah.
Now
maybe was she the perpetrator?
No. So then
who did you call?
Somebody from, I don't know, but somebody from Nigeria.
Did they answer?
They tried to say, and then I called. Lou Googled the people I'm supposed to call, and I called them. And the thing about it, that person sounded like the hacker. And he was like Indian or whatever, but his name was Bill Spencer. Like, that's equal, right?
Mr.
So
Dix.
I think I gave him information. I'm really being hacked. So
what information did you?
But I'm like, just your name and stuff, because he's got to call me back. My phone number. He's got to call me back. But that's okay, because I'm like Robin Harris's old joke. All they're gonna get is some practice.
Right.
I have nothing for you to steal.
So they didn't hold your email for ransom, and they didn't want any money. All right.
Yeah, they wanted. The thing was that hey, this is Coach Lewis. I'm stranded in the Philippines and I can't get out. And could you please send me money so I can get home?
Wow.
That's
And it's Coach on there.
Yeah.
Coach Lewis. Wow.
And they were like, and anybody that knows it is like, well, Coach Lewis only coaches in America.
Right.
He's not good enough to coach overseas yet.
Well, I mean, I tried to embellish that part a little bit.
Oh, hilarious.
So be careful out there, the social media. And like my muse is always saying, she doesn't trust any of that stuff.
Right.
So you haven't got the email hit with the IRS and all that? On your taxes?
No, my stuff is real with the IRS.
No, but have you got hit with that?
No.
When they call you with that? Like, this is the IIS?
IIS.
Seriously.
Now, see, that's the thing. You can get poor people. I'm not saying rich, but black or white, but poor people.
Uninformed.
Yeah, you can get them.
And
you
elderly.
can get them with paper. Yeah. You can't get them verbally over the phone. We're not suckers like that.
Yeah.
The richer people you can get over the phone because they figure like, how'd you get my number and all that.
Handling business.
Yeah, but they don't trip on paper because they know it's a trail coming. It's going to take a while.
Right.
But we trip on paper. We got caught.
Yeah.
We got caught. They sent me paper. They know but phone calls, we'll argue. Yo, man, who are you?
No, if you ever get a call like that from an IRS agent or anything, you have to go with, if you ever call the IRS and you have to go through prompts. Like when they go to ding, you have to push that button, you have to push that button. You call these motherfuckers back and they just pick up.
Hey.
They'll be like, yeah, this is agent.
Yeah, you don't hear this call is being recorded.
Right, none of that.
But the thing about it, you play with them though. Like, how much do I owe?
Right.
They'd be like, oh, you owe $8,882. And like, oh, really? What's going to happen? I have agents outside you home. They're going to arrest you in the moment. Like, oh, man, I don't want to go to jail.
Yeah.
I really don't, man. So what do I have to do? Okay, is the Apple store near you? Like, yes, like right across the street. Okay, go there and you don't tell no one and get 4 PayPal credit cards and you just put the amount on there. Like, oh, really? That's it? And then that's when you just expose them motherfuckers. Just keep them on and play with them.
Before we go any further, what happened to y'all this weekend? Pittsburgh.
We boycotted, man.
Wow.
Because, y'all boycotting the end zone because y'all not getting in it.
It's tough, man.
Did y'all win last night?
Yes, we won.
That's why he's talking.
Weekend?
Sorry, man. Okay.
That was a nice play with the option to the quarterback.
Yeah, okay, right.
And y'all barely won last night, baseball.
Okay. Where are y'all at in baseball?
We watching it.
Okay. Where are y'all at in basketball?
Dodgers versus the Cubs.
Okay,
where y'all at?
Chicago.
Okay, so you on a high note because Philly finally made a miraculously comeback after what, 30-some years?
No, it's not miraculous. This is what we do.
Ooh.
So,
for how long though?
it's all right. Longer than the Bears will.
Well, we can make a lunch bet right now.
What?
I put down everything. Chicago Bears will win the Super Bowl before the Eagles.
Oh no, that's not happening.
Okay,
Eagles win the Super Bowl this year. So that you would
just make the lunch bet on the better record for the season. If you win, he got to go eat at Fred's with you. And if he wins, you got to eat something healthy.
Yeah. Okay. Good enough.
Okay.
Good enough.
And we could do it within the next The next 3 years.
All right. Well, I don't think we're going to be on this show the next 3 years. So I'm just joking. I'm sorry. Look at you. That head popped right up.
Hit you with the meerkat.
Right. Yeah. I don't know if we're going to survive the renovations.
Oh, hilarious.
You didn't see our seats in the renovation, did you? You didn't see in a man's world. She had every other show lined up.
Promo,
Sammy's, this, that. And I didn't see, 3 little dots with us.
Yo.
So she got her hair in a little bun today.
Congratulations to my LA Dodgers for advancing.
Yeah, okay.
Suckers. They run. Oh, that's right. You need to get a bet.
They're going to lose
Dodgers
again.
and the Cubs.
It's the revenge.
And they're going to lose again.
Y'all used all y'all pitchers last night.
That's all right, though. We there.
The guy wasn't out at first. That was a bullshit review. The reviews need to be out of baseball. The dude was safe. Foot on the bag. He didn't even tag him.
The Nationals had so many errors. It was ridiculous.
Dusty Baker, 10 straight seasons of losing.
Yes.
He should have never married that white girl.
Never.
No, his son should have never ran out there.
That's when it started.
Remember that?
Frisco. His son ran down first and they had to pick him up.
He was a bad boy. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he was a bad boy. He was in the way. So it's a beautiful. Hey, the weather out here. We apologize to all you people.
Fires.
Bad. Yeah, the fires are just crazy.
Sonoma, your old stomping ground.
Yeah,
Anaheim Hills.
Oh man. Fire and rain.
People just
Mother Nature is serious right now. Heart. Mother Nature is going through menopause. She ain't. Are you going through menopause yet, POTUS?
Wow.
Oh, I hear it's rough. I hear it's really tough for women.
Who told you?
All the women that I know who going through it just...
Is it just talking to you? Or just
No, you can see what they go... They'll get up and just go try to find a fan.
Oh, okay.
And just... I've seen mothers in the basketball gym, last week in Culver City. It was all-black gym. This white woman walked. She had like a dress on. One of the players' mom. She just went right in front of the fan and started lifting it up. I was like, it was killing her.
Maybe you was turning her on.
No, she's like, I don't care where I am. I don't care how many people see my drawers.
Coolest monkey off.
I can't handle this. It was like she was just fighting.
I need some relief.
So for you, and any of you young kids who are into science, that's the miracle drug you want to come up with. That you would make money dealing with women in menopause because it kicks their behind. Especially, and it's even tougher, I hear, if they have had a hysterectomy. It makes it's more forceful. So, and they just sweat.
You know a lot about it.
Yeah, because I mean...
You see them going through it.
Yeah, you pay attention. You just you feel for them. And you just God, because they can't do anything about it. And on top of that, they can't blame you. Now, if there was an avenue to blame us, it's your fault. We would get that. Yeah. But it's Mother Nature. It's God. But
they blame us in the name.
Menopause. That's hilarious.
Exactly.
He gonna connect you somewhere.
Yeah. Connect the dots. Pull it up. Yep.
It's a cold world.
I got to keep that. That's a funny joke. That's a funny joke. That's a funny joke.
You'll get blamed for it.
That's a funny joke. That's hilarious.
I'm done with these menopause. Yeah, I was fucking with Larry yesterday, so it always
right. It's all one woman, but it's a menopause. Yeah, who came? That is funny. I never. That's wow. That's comedy.
Yeah, being observant.
You couldn't come up with it.
How you know I didn't give it to him?
Hilarious. No, you would have tried to get it out first.
But then if I'd have got it out, it wouldn't have been as funny.
Timing.
Okay, girls, go to your room.
Hey, I think I saw somebody on TV with that hat on. An athlete.
Columbia.
Columbia what?
It's a Columbia store.
Okay, I saw an athlete that hat. I was like, hey, TDP. His was cleaner. But
that's fair.
That's the first thing I thought about. Wow. TDP's a little dirty, but
wow.
I got a hat for you in the car, though. But
good looking.
Remind me, but
this is brand new, boy. What are you talking about?
Is it? It must be the lighting.
Oh man,
it's dusty. It looks dusty.
Darker shade of gray.
So, darker shade of gray. So, I'm.
What do you have here?
That's a Nature Valley bar.
What's the ingredients on that?
Yeah, come on, man.
That's no sugar. Or
let him.
It's natural.
It is.
Headlines in health, man. We got to make sure you're right.
You got sugar, canola oil. That's bad for you. Rice flour is bad for you, man.
Well, then nature must be bad for me.
Brown sugar, syrup. That's bad for you. Enjoy.
Well, then why do they call it Natural Valley? It's supposed to be
trying to sell it.
Yeah, they're trying to sell it.
It's nasty, but I eat it.
Oats and honey?
Processed.
It's supposed to make you
No.
regular. It doesn't? All right,
But it's processed, though.
what's wrong with this?
The bottle.
Yeah, the bottle. First of all, it's in the bottle.
Yeah. Plastic.
Yeah. How long you think this been sitting in that wrapper?
I don't
And
know.
where you think it came from?
It's not made in California.
You put it in my pocket. You just mess up a day, man. I'm thinking I'm eating healthy.
Thinking.
Like-
That's your problem. You're thinking.
Like,
You gonna learn today?
what did you eat this morning?
Nothing yet. Nothing.
Why are you putting your headphones on?
2 glasses of filtered water.
Why you putting your She's like creepy back there today. She's like moving in slow motion. She's like, she got a smile. So who came by your place last night?
Really, Lewis?
Wow.
She got that smile.
I'm
Like you went to the
smiling
mountaintop.
because it is Friday the 13th, and we have a great meme for that.
By whom?
Oh, come on.
Oh, so that's
Come on.
That's my nose coming out of it.
Is
Okay.
it?
All right, who did
You
that?
can recognize that nose anywhere.
I thought it was a spaceship.
Who did that?
I think Chuck Farmer did
Well,
that
Chuck,
one.
you know
An
what?
Apollo legend.
He's lucky I don't say
You're the
that.
meme king, LD.
Yeah. The snort.
We have
there.
another one.
Oh, do it?
Hang on.
This is Meme Friday. Memes can be mean.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Lewis is cute.
Look at that.
How you get your hair to stand up like that?
Wow. look
Jazz, you got nice
Now, hey,
shoulders.
TDP looks like Nikki Pam.
Yeah.
Without the jean jacket.
He looks like
Oh,
Nikki
man.
Pam's sister.
I'm more of an arbor, not a
Jeff-
blonde.
Jeff look.
Now, what was the name of the caption at the bottom?
Dick's Titties Child.
Where's your
Aaron
hairline
did
at?
that.
Yo. Oh, man.
That is hilarious. I like that dress though.
But Lewis, that really looks like a lady, though.
Exactly.
That expression on his
Yeah.
face.
Are you ready for a Friday night?
I'm free. Move over, Kylie.
Oh,
Oh my God, that is pretty funny. Look at Jeff. Jeff's
Yeah.
killing me too, though.
Who's that over there? Who's him? He's cute.
Jeff looked like he feeling so sexy.
Exactly.
My menopause is off.
All that. I'm ready to go solo. You
Is that a
bitches.
lace front?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
man.
God, that is hilarious.
fucked up.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, some
All
ugly ladies
Chuck
right
Farmer.
there.
I hope your kids get all Fs.
Wow.
Wow.
It was Aaron Gladman that did the ladies one, and
All right,
Chuck
Aaron. I
did
take
the
back
Friday
your
13th.
kid got all A's and B's. Sucker.
So you spoke too soon.
Yeah.
That's just wrong.
oh my God.
Cute.
You said cute.
That was cute.
So back to the topic.
So is Harvey going to trial? What's going on with him? Is he leaving the
Well,
country?
they saying there's
let's
no-
do an early version of John Lemon news, because it's some. I mean, Don Lemon on CNN act like he mad because nobody touched him. he got attitude.
He got
He's
attitude.
like, ever since he grew the little mini fro,
Is that what
he's been
happened?
on one.
Okay.
So
Well, it
has,
said-
you've been in Hollywood a long time. Has anybody ever stepped to you inappropriately, male or female, Lewis?
Wow.
You don't want to tell that time.
Did he have a corner you?
He said, "You don't want to tell that time." That sounds like something somebody whispered to you when you walk back.
Yeah.
You want to tell before you go into court. You want to tell that
You wanna
time.
tell that time.
No. I knew when I went on, and since he's gone now with Luther, that I was told that don't worry, you're not Luther's type.
Oh wow!
Which I thought was hilarious. It's like I didn't.
Were you offended?
I didn't know he had a type. No, because all it did was make me want to know what his type was, and to see that to confirm it.
So you dressed differently?
No, I was just I was like I just ignored it. But no, I don't.
So who told you that? Management?
It's one of the band members.
The band members. Oh, okay.
Because I was shocked that I didn't.
You weren't chosen?
I didn't know Luther was. It didn't matter, but I didn't know. Because I spoke to him on the phone. Because I had to meet with him.
Right.
Okay.
And it was cool. He just wanted me to write a joke about his weight going up or down. Mm-hmm. That was he wanted to so the audience wouldn't be shocked when he walked out.
Right.
And but he was nice. He was always cool. But no,
So you toured with Big Luther and Little Luther. I'm just saying.
The here and now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but nobody ever. I wasn't a hit on type, I guess.
Nobody. They didn't grope you or nothing.
No. Plus, I was married.
What's that mean?
Yeah.
No, I don't think I carried.
Remember.
I didn't. I think you got to. It's a certain.
So how do you feel
weakness,
about
I believe, that they see
with Terry Crews when he just came out?
What did he come out about?
Well,
that he was at a Hollywood party and a big-time Hollywood mogul executive came up to him in front of his wife and grabbed him by the balls.
Oh, wow.
And he said now he understands how women feel when they go through that because at the time he wanted to react, but he couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
But I hear it was recent. It wasn't early in his career.
It was like a year ago.
Yeah.
It was like a year ago.
So,
but he had just signed on for like a big movie part and he got paid.
Okay.
And he said that was one of the problems because he's like, I'm finally, with the elite crowd. Mm-hmm. If I do this, I'll be ostracized, and there'll be, people say I'm soft, I'm gay, and all that. So he said, but if he would have hit him, the next, the next day article would have read, 240-pound black man stomps
right.
Hollywood honcho.
That part.
So it's like.
See, you can never. It's easy to be.
It's hindsight.
It's always easy to sit back and say what you would have done until it happens to you. Mm-hmm. But I would believe that, given the situation, if it happened right there, I would have found a moment to jam the dude up by himself. Mm-hmm. Like, yo, what? Can I talk? That's one of those moments. Can I talk to you?
Right.
Or would it have been like that Will Smith moment when he was walking overseas
and the guy tried to kiss him and he smacked him?
Yeah,
that's Philly. See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's Philly reaction.
Right.
Terry Crews he's been, and he's like he said, he wanted to get along. He likes that money. He's got 5 kids.
Right.
Will Smith is Philly. Philly, we react.
Right. I would have reacted too. I mean, so it would have been like, what the fuck? I wouldn't have waited. I know my temperament, I just would have react naturally. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what would have been interesting if Terry Crews had swung on my man and dropped him? That wouldn't have been a good look.
Amen.
But that's just crazy, man. And in front of your wife.
Yeah. It's like, what do you if you at that level, what do you do? How many times has that guy done that?
Now, my question is, do you think the wife should have slapped him?
She just there for the ride, so she ain't,
Now, some wives would have swung on.
Yeah, some wives would have stepped
didn't. So
Code 3 would have.
How you know?
Well, you're right. I don't know.
Thank you.
But I know my ex would have. Because she swung.
Yeah.
A few times.
On you?
Did she?
No, at an event where somebody was trying to step to me. It was a Stevie Wonder event.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And she jumped right in front of him.
The woman?
No, it was dude.
Oh.
Like, yo, you ain't messing with my da-da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, that was that Oakland out of her. And I was like, yo, I got this.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
But she was right there.
Yeah.
She forgot she was light-skinned.
Got to do with it.
So now, do you think in that instance, your wife holds that against you?
Hold what against me?
You not stepping up right then?
No, it happened. It happened, and then before I could step, she stepped.
Right.
So then I stepped, like, no, I got this.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started stepping. But no, I stepped. Yo, man, what the all that? But she jumped first.
Okay.
I didn't really see it. She saw it first. She saw and heard him talking trash coming at me.
Oh.
She stepped.
Oh, okay.
Then I turned like, what's going on? He was saying, okay, all right. Well, I was at Oaktown. And we have a caller. Who is this?
This is Pooh Lee from Kentucky.
Pooh Lee.
What's up, Pooh Lee?
What's up, Pooh Lee?
Hey, Lewis Dix, what you let Harvey Weinstein tickle your fancy for a spot on the Cosby Show?
Answer his question.
No, of course I would not. But I don't like the way you put it.
Hey, excuse me, I'm a truck driver. Y'all get me through the day, brother. I just want y'all to know that, man. I'm on this road. Y'all get me through the day, man. I appreciate y'all, brothers, man.
Hey, so
sure, Pooley.
What kind?
Well, Pooley, let me ask you: would you let him tickle your fancy for a promotion in the trucking industry?
Nah, man. I'm a real man, man. It ain't going down like that, John Lennon.
John Lennon.
What?
Name change. Love it.
What? Do you go through a lot of different states?
Yes, sir. Yes, brother.
What's a couple of states that's been really racist that you've encountered?
Most of the southern, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. The Pacific West is really racist, man.
Pacific West.
That's up there, Seattle.
Yeah, man. I didn't look like Portland, man.
Yeah.
There's only 4 niggas in Portland.
Yeah, I'll play for the team.
Now.
And you have to maintain a certain way that you act?
Yeah, man. I've been driving trucks for 20 years, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
So you got your own tractor trailer?
Oh yeah, I got 5 trucks, man.
Okay. Congratulations.
So you're feeding other families then. Good for you.
I get convict jobs. People come out of jail. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's your screening process?
And I get a tax break too for hiring felons. You know.
Okay. Well, how do you process in screening them for your own personal? How you know they worth it?
Yeah. Kids do a halfway house, man.
Mm-hmm.
So I know they good. They do a halfway house. You know.
Got you.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing.
So you ever had one not work out?
Yeah, a couple of them do, man. But I give them a chance. Though. All I can do is give them a chance, brother.
Yeah. Now, what's one of your success stories that you're really proud of?
They went on to get their own truck. Shit, after a while.
Good for you. Good for you. Now, you married with family?
No, man. I'm divorced, 2-time divorced, man. On this road, man, it's hard to have a family, bro.
So how many women in different cities do you have where you can just stop and just hang out?
Oh, man, there's a lot of TDP on this road, man. Making this money, I got different whore every city.
Right.
There you go.
Right.
So it's a lot of lonely women out there?
Yeah, man. They do anything for money, brother. I realize that.
So is lot lizards real? Is that a real thing?
Oh, yeah, man. You can't trust them. They'll rob you, though, man.
Mm-hmm.
They will rob you.
And you got a sleeper bed?
Oh, yeah, especially in Chicago. You can't trust them a lot of livers in Chicago.
There you go.
Oh, wow. You got robbed in Chicago?
Nah, I know a lot of people did, though, man.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Now, how do you prevent yourself from being robbed?
They lock the door. I don't talk to no lot lizards.
Okay.
No. Now, do you get lonely out there?
Nah, man, I find stuff to do every town, man.
What's your favorite town?
New York City, Las Vegas, L.A., Atlanta for sure. Magic City be off the chain, man. I spend all my check over there.
Damn.
Okay.
There you go. I spent all my check over there.
Now, are you over 50?
65, man.
65.
There you go. Still grinding.
Now, let me ask you a question. Being a man of 65, how do you feel about America and the life and
where we at now?
Hey, man, you either with us or against us, man.
That part.
Well, what's one thing that if you could share with the younger man that he needs to understand to help him?
Life is about choices, man. You gotta live with your consequences. Whatever choice you make, you gotta live with the consequences, man.
Yeah, that's real right there.
Yeah.
That's how I was brought up. Yep.
That's now. What did your mom and dad do?
Oh man, my mom she worked in a factory, man. My dad worked on the farm.
Oh, so you did work on the farm?
Oh man, I couldn't do that, brother. That's why I did truck driving.
So working on the farm is hard work?
Hell yeah, man. Hogs and cows, man.
Now, did your parents live long?
Yeah, my mom lived to 91. My dad lived to 94.
Wow. Wow. So, and now do you have any children?
Yeah, I got 8, man.
Hey, one in every state.
All of them college graduates too, brother.
Oh,
congratulations.
Good,
Congratulations. Congratulations.
So nosy entertainment.
In full effect.
Hey, we appreciate you. Hey, we appreciate you, and thank you for your consistency. And I'm glad we can keep you going and make you laugh a little bit. Hey, what about Harvey? You got any opinions on him? Sorry that we cut you off, man.
And what's his name again?
Pulu.
Pulu. Yeah.
Pulu is
Kentucky.
now Nosy Angel.
From Kentucky.
It's a Nosy Angel. He's one of yours.
Good for him, though.
Yeah, good
Strong
for him.
man, 65.
Hauling.
Still grinding.
Man, still grinding.
And got
At
a great
65.
perspective on life.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what's beautiful about
Choices.
these strong black men who are like, he has his own business, and he's helping out other young black men.
Felons coming out of penitentiary a chance.
And we need more men like him. Shout out to you, man. We need more men like him.
Pooh Lee, an Apollo legend.
Lee.
From Kentucky, out of Kentucky.
Mama and daddy lived for a long time.
The 90s.
90s, 94, 91. That's great.
I hope I can make it there.
And he knew what he didn't want to do early. He's like, I ain't
Work on
messing
the
with that
field.
farm.
Yeah.
You want to be living that long?
Yeah, why not?
Well, he will be eating as healthy as he is. By then he'll be eating tree bark.
Nah.
He'll just walk by.
It won't be that. It'll be some millennial run him over. Trying to cross the street. Them motherfuckers is rude, man. They don't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck
Man,
about
all they care
you.
about is a $31 tattoo.
You in the crosswalk, lights flashing and all, they still zooming by. They
Man,
don't
all they care about is their phone.
Hey, man, they
that
just...
phone, man.
That phone is... That's the new crack, man. That phone.
For real.
I mean, they
Now, would
wouldn't...
you pay $1,000 for?
No. No. I think Lou traded his phone in to get one.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Peyton told me.
Okay.
I don't know. So because her phone broke and she had to use her insurance. And she was like, did Lewis, he probably sold his phone back. And I was like, what? What do you mean? I think he got an iPhone 8. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, that's his own money.
You ain't cool if you ain't got the new phone.
That's his own money. That's what he, that's what he...
He's a
bought
mover and a
himself
shaker.
New camera and all that stuff.
Yeah.
He's taking photos and, just...
The clarity, the high definition on the phone.
The young people, and it's so funny because you wonder, did our parents say this about us?
Yeah, about the house phone.
Yeah, exactly. Stay off it.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna take that cord.
Yep.
Then you have the backup
They
cord.
used to unplug. Yeah.
Remember when you pick it up
You
and
did what you, but you were not as. We weren't as. We were trying to be slick defiant. Now they're just defiant. Now they just that Child Protective Services got them.
Yeah. You remember you used to pick it up and they're like, I know you're not dialing long distance.
Oh yeah.
I know you're not dialing long distance.
When that phone bill came.
Yeah, oh man.
If you got
Who was 976?
Yeah, you got you. That's when you knew you were in love. If you that toll,
Man.
And basically when you went away to college and you came back home to visit was when they were like, don't be calling back there.
Yeah.
But you know what you miss now though? It's like when the phone rings, it's like, would you accept the collect call from
Right.
Jeff? And be like, oh yeah. And then like, don't talk on that phone forever. Hang up, that's collect.
My understanding is you can call collect on a cell phone now.
I don't know.
I don't know.
If anyone knows that, let us know. I'm sure it's somebody.
But it's like you now. It's because I was talking to somebody, and it's like different because remember when we used to dial, you knew you was dialing long distance.
Right.
Now you just picking up, and it's just like you just dialing a number.
Right.
So it's like so easy to just dial Miami, Florida. You ain't got to go through all that, and it's like the rates because back then it was like what 5 cents a minute back then, but it's now you just get that plan, and it's like unlimited. Mm-hmm. So wherever you call in, domestically throughout the United States, it doesn't matter.
Because I remember it went from it was free after 9 p.m. After 9 p.m.
Right. Yeah, and that's when that's the only time you call. You tell them I call you after 9.
Or Sundays, it was called.
All day Sundays.
But see, all the phases that we went through. Then remember the calling card came. You get the $5, the $10, the $20, and you have to scratch off and dial that number in first.
Yeah.
And you have 480 minutes. You're like, oh, okay.
I'm balling.
I'm be talking. That love will make you. That love will make you forget about them minutes.
Yeah.
And then you tell a girl, look, you got to call me back.
Yeah.
Because I used up mine. Call me back.
Well, I can't call until Sunday because it's free.
Yeah.
That got you playing. You could be a player. You didn't have to talk to a girl till Sunday. And you get all the calls in on Sunday. Mom, I'll call you on Sunday. That's interesting.
That's crazy.
So, how's your dad doing?
He's cranky.
Is he?
Yeah, he's cranky,
Is he heading out this way? You had said
I'm taking preparations to get him out this way, man. But
taking preparations?
I'm making
Preparation
preparations
H?
to get him out this way. I mean, it's just
You taking Preparation H?
all of that
To
shit.
get ready for your dad? What
Yeah.
that got to do with it?
Oh man, when you get that age, man, it's just that my dad's like an old gunslinger.
Okay.
you know, and he's set in his ways.
That's it.
And that motherfucker's just like, you trying to like do this, and he like, man, fuck all that shit. You know, like, give me my cigarette, take my shot, I'm good. And I'm like, you can't do that. He like, fuck it, I'm gonna die eventually. You know, so right now.
So he's kind of like you. You guys are kind of alike.
Yeah, similar ways, yeah.
So do you think that's going to help or hinder when he moves in with you?
You know, the advice that I'm getting now from his social worker and all that is that, you know, he needs 24-hour care around the clock. So, and what I'm doing out here, hustling and grinding, I won't be able to do that. So you got to bring somebody in. So, and that's.
So does he like to eat at a certain time and like?
Well, no, you know, his food has to be like a smoothie now.
Okay.
So, and
how old is he now?
He's 86. Yeah. So, you know, he don't want to put his teeth in to eat.
Okay.
You know, so it's just, you know, but the motherfucker, you know, but what I love about him, he's still up on that money though.
Yeah.
But still up on that money though.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, he knows what's in his savings, his checking, you know, all of that shit.
Yeah.
He's up on that. You know, he plays stupid on everything else. You know, like, oh, well, Greg ain't calling me, you know, and like, yeah, you get my credit card statements, you handle that shit, you pay that shit on time, because I pay all my bills on time. Yeah, man, I got all that shit. Yeah, okay, you sure you handling that shit? Yeah, because you know I got 62,000. Oh, damn, you know how much you got in your? Yeah, I'm well aware of that.
I earned it.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, so it's just that it's the Medicaid procedure that we're going through now. So because his railroad, because he was with the railroad for like 40 years. So and now back then, Social Security attached themselves with the railroad.
Right.
So he gets that now. So Medicaid. So we're trying to work that out right now.
So they having problems with, like, you know, my great aunt, she'll be 92 in February. They disallowed her old insurance, and she had to move the scan. She had to turn over the scan.
Right.
And all that to get the paperwork and all that stuff together. It's like a lot of seniors don't know because stuff just switched so fast on them that, and then if you don't have family members around to take care of that business, they get lost in the sauce, and it's crazy.
And I got to do like modifications to my bathroom, all of that.
Yeah,
so you know, I got to take out the Cal King bed in the in the guest room. He has to have like a hospital bed in there.
Yeah.
So it's just certain things that you got to
modify.
You know, and it's like, and like his social worker's like, you know, he's good where he's at right now.
Yeah.
He's good where he's at, you know, and he doesn't want to be there. You know, and I'm just like, you know, so that's where we at.
Now, where would you want to live your last days? At home with family? I mean, I guess if the family loves and cares for you, that'd be the great place. But if they don't, they just using you.
That family model is really eroding, because that was the thing. You never put none of your elders in a home. You know, you get that hospital bed, put it in the house, and just.
But you know what's funny?
See them out.
I was in Ralph's, the grocery store, and I saw this woman. She was the granddaughter, taking care of the grandmother.
Yeah.
And just the way she was snapping on her.
Yeah, they mean.
No patience.
She was like, God damn it, give me your goddamn card. Shit, you rolling around and shit. Put the goddamn things back in your nose. Shit, roll your ass on. I ain't got all goddamn day.
She was black?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that too.
You sit there and I'm like, you know, and I'm thinking like, okay. Because my dad is an extreme fall risk. So he doesn't have balance. So you got to constantly hold him up. You got to hold him up when you dress and put his shoes on.
Right.
You know, you can't leave him like, because he's like, he gets fidgety, he gets agitated, and he wants to get up. And he's a man's man, so he wants to do shit himself.
Right.
So, you know, he'll get up and he'll, like they say where he's at now, he'll try to go to the bathroom on his own. You know, and you got, you know, I'm not sure if I'm ready to do all that.
Right.
You know, wipe shit and all of that.
Yeah.
Well,
you know, so it's a game changer.
Caller, I saw your hand go up to your ear.
Wow.
What up, man?
Now she just now put her finger
Big John.
What's up?
Hey, John.
Hey, man, I got a question for y'all. Everybody on that panel is former athletes, okay? I got a question for y'all, man. Hey, man, why is they sending all the good kids in the inner city to the suburban schools? So the suburban schools are always good, and the damn inner city schools are always terrible.
You know what? That's interesting you say that because at Harvard Westlake we played a couple city schools and we crushed them. And back in the day, you would never see that.
Right.
And it's just one, you do it. Okay, I did it.
Yeah.
Why did I send my son to the to the private school and not the city school. One, he couldn't fight. I wanted to make sure he lived. I wanted to make sure he
say that out loud.
I wanted to make sure he lived through it. I wanted to make sure he got a good education.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And it's a different time. They want to.
Not Lou. Now, some of them kids ain't from them damn neighborhoods. Now they using fake addresses.
Yeah, that's true.
No, you're right. You're right. Private schools, you don't have to worry about that. But you're right.
Come on,
Other schools,
they using fake addresses and everything, man.
it's because it's the you want your kid to have a shot.
We talking about the athletes, man. They taking all the athletes out there in the city, man.
Right,
and
because they want
building up their program,
and they also want to build a community. What they're doing is setting their privileged kids up to see the world that they're going to be living in. Because in the world. And that's having a privileged black kid who knows how to act, because they make sure those families are trained how to act, how not to beat their kids up, how they start having sleepovers with them and hanging out with them and the other kids, and now they've got a safe black friend.
Just like Sierra King. Sierra King ain't never been good, dude. Never till that dude came there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And yeah.
Like TDP, man. Crenshaw used to be this shit. Can nobody beat Crenshaw? Not Modern Day winning. When the hell Modern Day ever won something before Crenshaw was winning?
No, Modern Day was good back then too, because they were CIF. They were 5A.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were 4A
Okay.
city.
Oh.
But it's just that divide now, because everybody's in a rush to pull that one diamond out to put them in their program.
Exactly.
Because they see the money, getting into the league. So you don't.
Now I can't say Chicago. Inner city is good. Everybody in the inner city good. Chicago, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I coach there too, you know what I'm saying? Them inner city niggas in Chicago, they good as shit. They don't go to suburbs.
Not because it's still competitive city-wise, though.
But it's all about
So
the money now. It's all about the AAU programs, and
we don't have to go to the we don't have to go to the suburbs.
these mothers and fathers are spending $20,000 and $30,000 a year to travel to have their kids like baseball, football, and basketball. Is like all year round now. It's not in the schools anymore.
Yeah, and I think those inner city schools, like you said in Chicago, they've maintained their tradition.
Yeah.
They've upheld that at the school. They that hasn't been eroded.
Because you had friends then. You're like, where you going to school? Let's all go to school together. You know,
Well, and
you don't have that no more.
and it's still the same. It's still the same recipe. It's like it's like we're gonna get out of it. The best way we know how is through sports.
Right.
So basketball, or it's gonna be drug selling. So it's one or the other.
So we didn't have the internet or ESPN and all that stuff. I mean, it was there, but it wasn't like as visual as it is now, where these kids say, well, I can go there and get exposure, or I can just be the man on this team and I don't have to worry about nobody else. What's you on that
team that they won the world championship in Crenshaw?
Yeah, that was the '85 team. I wasn't on that team. That was the '85, the world team. Well, we were under that team, so we were ready to go next. But yeah, we was unfucking stoppable.
Hey, how are you doing, man?
Oh man, I'm good, man. Ready for basketball season. I coach basketball too, man.
Hey, Lakers won summer league.
Yeah,
They ain't winning right now.
All right, y'all have a good day.
All right, you too.
Big John in Arkansas, teacher in Las Vegas, and Apollo legend.
Nice guy.
Nice guy. He's helping the kids. He's doing what you do, Lou.
And he's focused. He stays. You got it. And people think it's easy to coach these kids nowadays. That's why, John, you have to work hard. You have so many things to deal with.
It's tough.
Like one of the kids on our 7th grade team, he played last year a little bit, but he was a scrub. But we didn't have as many good players. This year we got a couple new players who were good.
Right.
So now he's not playing. And the mother had nerve to come ask us why he's not playing. Well, he doesn't pay attention in practice. He doesn't work hard. And those answers aren't good enough. She still thinks he should be able to play. Wow, she still thinks that we should put it. Her and the dad still thinks we should put him on the field so the team can fail.
Football?
Yeah, flag football. So that the team can fail. That's how these parents think now.
How many on the roster?
We have.
Is it an unlimited amount? Or
we have 12 on that team. 12 kids, and we play 8 at a time.
Now, do y'all have tryouts?
No, nobody. Everybody makes a team, but it's stated by the athletic director. In 4th and 5th grade, everyone gets playing time.
You said athletic director?
No, athletic director.
The duck got
but
to do
once
it.
they get to middle school, playing time is not guaranteed.
Yeah.
But
what we try to do to put. Why is it not guaranteed?
I mean, that's the part that for me as an athlete, former athlete, is that your time you earn your time.
Right, but 4th and 5th grade, I think everyone should play because it's for fun. Mm-hmm. Once you get to middle school and in high school and college, yes.
Competition.
Yes.
So do you take the competitiveness out of the 4th and 5th graders?
No, you still compete, but you just have a block of, you have defense 1, defense 2, because it's fun. You're going to have the most skilled kids in those positions.
Right.
In the first team. You're going to put together, but then you're teaching them how to be on a team. You're teaching a good player how to help a player that's not as good. Mm-hmm. That's what they're learning 4th and 5th grade.
You teach how to win, you teach how to lose.
Right. And then in middle school, it's more of like, okay, you're working harder than this other kid, so you're going to start. And then we look at who's able to play. So my
question is, so the kid that's not good, why is he still on the team?
Well, because football, it's a lot of good, even in pros and college. That's why you can have
practice player.
Yeah, football players. You need bodies.
Yeah.
So you
got to practice to get somebody.
Yeah, you got to have a scout squad, and that's a lot of people who are okay with being on the scout squad.
Okay.
Because they get a uniform, they get to be part of a team, they get to they get a ring.
Because a lot of them don't take it serious, but they still have a good eye for the game. They're still good coaches.
Well, a lot of them just want to say, I'm just on the
with
team.
my guys.
I'm on the team.
Right, and he's right. A lot of the kids who play will end up being coaches because, that's what they just got that experience. They just not going to be a star player.
Right.
That's why they got D1, D2, D3 and junior college. Mm-hmm. This kid just is really bad. It's just not his sport. His parents are from another country. I don't know what country they're from. Mm. So they have this idea that America they're entitled anyway. They're already entitled because they're at this little expensive school. Mm-hmm. So
they want it all.
And that's why right now that's the problem I have with sports now, because all the parents think their kids should play even though they don't work hard and they're not that good. Where in theater, if you're the third best singer, you're not the star of the play.
Right.
They take the best. They audition for the best singers.
Yeah.
So that entitlement has not made its way into theater, but it's making its way into sports. Yeah. And you have to say no. You have to tell them. You have to tell them up front, and they'll call you. And even in high school or in our freshman team, kids say that because another kid got moved up to JV, and this mom came and talked and said, well, my son feels that he should be up at JV too, and he can't dribble or shoot.
Right.
He's fast and he can play defense.
Right.
So we had to tell the mom, he's not going to play up there.
Right.
And the kid now is just can't even get it together on freshman. Yeah. He can't even get out of his own way.
So you think your son not being able to fight has to do with your dancing?
No, now come to find out, he can fight. I found out by coaching up at his school that he did have a fight. Mm-hmm. I didn't know about it.
You was proud.
Oh. Yeah, and I asked how he did, and they said he handled his own. It was some foreign kid.
So you was like, did my son win? Did my son win? Like,
Did he knock him out?
No, but he handled his own. He didn't run.
Okay.
And that's the first and foremost. I mean, if it's a matter of life or death, you run. Okay. Somebody got a gun, you run. You ain't got to be.
I see more gangster in Lewis than you do. He gangster.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he just don't act that way around you. Mm-hmm. When I saw him driving down the block, had that spliff in his mouth. He's like, "What up, Like, what up, nigga?" You're like, "Oh,
you want to hit it?"
Yeah.
No, he
like, what you out here doing, man? On these hoes?
He is not gangster. He is not gangster. Listen,
okay, all right.
It's not gangster. It's gangsta.
Gangster.
And I didn't appreciate the people in the memes talk about I wasn't tough and all that stuff. And
you weren't,
because I wouldn't kneel and all that. And I'm tough. I'm straight Philly.
Oh, listen, they went at you.
I'm Lewis Dix.
TDP.
Jeff Arnold.
We're gonna take a break because POTUS is doing this thing here. We'll be back.
Back with Coon Lewis.
Hey, we're back. I'm Lewis Dix.
TDP.
Jeff Arnold.
What's the name of the show?
In a man's world. Tighten up your belts.
This thing does not taste like it has sugar in it or anything. It just tastes like...
We got to understand, look how long it's been sitting. And it came from Connecticut through
the whole East Coast.
Yeah, through the South.
I got mine in Inglewood. What are you talking about?
But you didn't follow the route that it came from to get to Inglewood.
Are you talking about Bobo delivered it?
Yeah, the tracking.
Yeah.
It
left 2 months ago.
Today it's... Okay, I did not know it was Friday the 13th.
You know now.
You're going to learn today.
And normally I know that stuff.
How could you not know? And yesterday was the 12th.
Thursday night football. You didn't make the comparison.
Right. It was just Thursday night football. I didn't put the date on it. Okay, we have a video we want to show you. I wasn't. John Lemon and Poetess know about it. Did you know about it? Did you see the video?
No, I haven't seen it.
It's our first time seeing it.
Video of the week.
This is video of the week.
Welcome back to News 5 at 6 o'clock. A family in Mobile is upset after receiving a rude message on a receipt. They're calling it a form of bullying. News 5's Chad Petrie has the story.
When you get a fast food meal, no one expects to be called a little ugly dude.
We get the receipt and I looked at it and say, little ugly dude, and I'm like, really?
Tanisha Bush says her son went into the Wendy's on Schillinger Road Monday night. Quintarius Brown says he couldn't figure out why people behind the counter were laughing before he got his order. When he saw the words, little ugly dude, printed at the bottom, he ran out of the restaurant.
It hurt my feelings. It made me cry. I was embarrassed and I felt bad.
For whatever reason there may be for leaving those 3 words at the bottom of a receipt, the family says that's just not funny. It's not cool.
Because it's considered bullying. You know, you don't go around making fun of people because you don't know their situations. That's bullying.
Bush says her son deals with mental health issues daily.
Now, first,
little ugly dude, your food's ready.
It did say thank you, come again. Now,
why?
Hey, now first of all, evidently the mama wasn't in the restaurant. They could have said, because they would have said little ugly dude with ugly mama. Okay.
I have a frosty.
You stupid for that.
I have a frosty.
It sounded like he had talked to a lawyer and what to say.
He was coached up.
Yeah, they're gearing up for a lawsuit.
For sure.
On what?
But I mean, that's where we are in society. I listen.
Would you want that on your receipt though? For real?
I thought it was something that they wrote in. I didn't know they typed it in. Now that makes it even funnier because they really. I mean,
can't erase that.
I mean, they typed it in.
It's probably a black cashier that
now,
did it.
Let's
start looking at my receipts now.
Let's go all the way back to the news guy.
You see his hair? What was that?
Okay, right away you knew he would never get a job as an anchor in L.A. All right, it was definitely
at a network.
Yeah, now he was a big ugly anchor guy. If he would, I mean,
he a local dude.
Oh my God, his hair, and I know it's some handsome guys talking about, man, how he get the job over me.
Right.
I mean, I get this time slot.
That's the kind of guy you want delivering your news in Mobile, Alabama.
You sure? Oh yeah,
because that's the best.
He looks trustworthy.
That's the best in Mobile.
You know, and you should not make fun of anybody's looks unless they look funny.
Unless you put it on a receipt.
Yeah. But that was.
I mean, really? It's like,
that's almost as funny as one time when I was teaching at the Willows, and we had all the teachers had to be. It was they were doing this seminar for us on recognizing bullying and stuff.
Oh wow!
And we had to watch a videotape, and me and the coaches were sitting in the section, and they showed this little dark-skinned kid talking about how he was being bullied and how they called him. Monkey chip, because he looked like a monkey and he had a chip in his tooth, and he did have a chip. And when he talked about it, we could not stop laughing so hard. The woman who was putting it together said that's an example of bullying. These coaches laughing like that, and they put us out.
Wow,
we were laughing.
We out, monkey chip.
Yeah, and so. And I was like, and then the head of the school was talking to us, and she said how we embarrassed her. You guys go back in and you tell them, you know, because then the woman wanted to make us to talk to us out loud in the group, which was a mistake. Because she was like, well, explain to us why it was funny to you and all that. Well, he looked like a monkey and he had a chip. So, I mean...
Spot on.
I mean, I agreed with the kids, And if, well, what would you do if he came to you in the classroom and said that? I'd turn him around and say, own it. Own
Monkey
it.
Chip, what's up?
I'd say he can get a deal with some chocolate chip cookies.
That's the new rap name. What's up, Monkey Chip?
So, And my man, he looked how old? How old was he?
Anger?
The
No,
ugly dude?
The little ugly dude.
Like high school?
15, 16?
Yeah, around there.
But they said he was challenged.
How?
That part, yeah. They always dumbing the kids down, man.
Yeah, and he's like, he
was old. He was to go on a Frosty. I mean, a Wendy's by himself to order a Frosty.
Right. And to recognize and to keep his receipt.
Yeah.
And able to read his receipt.
Not too challenged to me.
And realize that they were referring to him as little. So that wasn't the first time he got called ugly.
No, and I'm suspecting that it's some of his classmates that work there. They're like, oh, here come little ugly dude, right?
So that's a name he's been carrying for a few grades.
Little ugly dude.
I'm going to start looking at my receipts. That's hilarious.
Right. Yes.
So what would they put on your?
What would they put? We never really look at that. That's interesting. Okay. That was pretty funny. How's the chat room? Good. Could you be a little more vague?
What's wrong with you today?
No,
he's on one today.
Fact Frida.
Willie Sweet is in there. I'm surprised he hasn't called in yet.
Hey, okay. Hey, Willie.
Just a matter of time. He will.
Now, what do you do if today is your birthday on the 13th? Do you feel lucky?
I always find that Friday the 13th is lucky, like a money day.
Really?
But that's the opposite. What do you do if your birthday is 9/11?
I guess you can't go to the bar and expect free drinks.
You expect that?
Yeah. Hey, man. I don't know.
But why is it such an unlucky number?
What, 13?
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe, Fact Frida can look that up. What is the, what's behind?
They don't have it in hotels. You don't have a
13th floor.
Yeah. What?
Elevators don't have it.
How did the number 13? So you would add series that.
That's a European thing.
That's something you would add at Lexus.
Well, it goes back to mythology with Jesus and 12 disciples making 13. So they don't fuck with Jesus. So that was the 13th guy.
Wouldn't he be the first guy?
No, the 13th in the crew. The 13th guy.
But wouldn't he be one and then the last?
No, because 13 represents him, and that is revolutionary. That's what the whole cross was 1,000 years before Christianity ever came, and he got
right. But my question is, wouldn't Jesus be one, and then everyone else would be after him?
12 disciples, him makes 13.
You're missing my point.
I'm not missing your point. I'm just saying what it is.
Okay. We're gonna hear.
I hear what you're saying. He's the one, but he got a crew. The one got the crew.
Okay, yeah. She got her. She's on the mic. She's gonna say something. You gonna say something?
Friday the 13th is considered an unlucky day in Western superstition.
That's what you were just saying.
I tried it.
Well, you usually go to. Okay, thank you for that. Now we're gonna talk about some stuff in the news, right?
Yeah, we are.
Because if you take the 13 and you lay it flat, that's the base, and if you put the 3 on top of that, that's the M, that's the Messiah. So that's
how you look at it.
That's the fear that they have.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're not a superstitious person? You don't believe in it?
Yeah, I do. I don't go into.
From sunrise to sunset, GDs
all across the land.
You can bet. Our anchor from the bottom of the sea is now up for the news. Headlines and health with John Lemon.
Still don't agree with that GD stuff. But
why?
We're not going to get into it again.
That's just like when you holler, I'm from Philly.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the same thing.
That's a Philly
not
thing.
The
That's
same
a Philly
thing.
thing.
It's the same thing.
I'm
It's the
not
same
Philly.
That's the same exact thing.
I'm representing the city of Philadelphia. He's representing gangs.
No, but you're not saying Philadelphia. You say Philly.
Right.
That's the difference.
Let's not even try that. Go ahead. John
Just
Lemon. Well, you're not.
accept it.
You're not GD right now because you're John Lemon.
I'm GD John Lemon.
Name change, like it.
Go ahead, homie.
I'll learn today.
What's up in the news?
Today.
Yeah.
Did you crack your phone or something?
Yeah. iPhone 7.
You cracked it?
You don't have an 8 yet?
How'd you crack it?
Dropped it multiple times.
And it cracked right there?
Yes. Chip.
Wow.
Not cracked.
Did
So
it
what happened when you
chip
got
on
a truck?
Did it trip on the first time?
I don't know. I don't remember. I know it just fell out my hand.
Why are you badgering the anchor like that?
I'm just asking. I noticed that. Okay, I'm sorry.
Why
Go
are you
ahead.
noticing that?
Because, right. You referenced because my phone is big.
And you can see the chip thing.
That's all right, though.
Have you yours chipped?
No, I have a case. I have a protective case.
Why don't you have a protective case?
I do.
But
How you know I ain't throw it at somebody?
Okay, good point.
Right.
Evidently, did it hit him?
Yeah.
So
you see why
nosy
it's-
entertainment.
Yeah. You
Okay.
see why it's chipped.
Good. Who's on that? Let me see that picture on your thing.
Dang, Lewis.
Who is that?
It's Ricky.
Let me see.
Well, during the news, you can wait till the break.
And who's the other guy?
Is he cute?
Alfred. He's
Okay.
production.
Go ahead, homie.
Why you just throw it off all like that?
It wasn't ever thrown on, really, because the news, the music came, then he was late on it because he was talking about something else. So, all right, news with John Lemon.
Man.
Where do we start?
Yeah, where do we start?
Where do we start?
There's so much news.
Oh, man. Trump, he just, Puerto Rico, he's calling it.
He told them that they...
Now, how was Puerto Rico in debt? What did they filed for bankruptcy? How much do they owe? If they already in the United States, how did they file for bankruptcy?
Well, no, we bailed them out a
Okay.
couple of times, in the last few years.
Okay.
We bailed them out. So, and now that's what he's screaming on. He wants the money back before we do anything. We can't be there
Ain't that
forever.
a part of the United States?
But he doesn't know that, though, because, you have to show him graphs. You do.
I think he's basing it on Puerto Ricans in New York. He probably thinks.
But you have to look
they're
at,
black.
you have to show him, how, like, if you see a map and you see all the states connected, and then you see like Alaska over here, then Hawaii, and then you see Puerto Rico, and it's not connected to the map. That's how he looks at it.
But then another thing, and then being in the business world, like you had the Puerto Ricans who had babies with the Europeans, and they went into banking. So a lot of Puerto Ricans in banking run New York. That's why they could never have a Puerto Rican mayor, because they run banking.
Right, and a lot of Wall Street invested, and a lot of banks lended money over to Puerto Rico.
Right.
So, I mean, like, he made a stupid-ass statement. This is how fucking stupid he is.
Right.
He like, I just got off the phone with the president of the Virgin Islands. It's like, motherfucker, you're the president of the Virgin Islands. The Virgin Islands is a part of the United States.
Right.
So that's disconnected.
Talking to the mayor of the Virgin Islands, not the president.
And he hasn't done anything for the Virgin Islands.
At all.
Hasn't done anything.
At all.
Yeah, because none of the women he was with were virgins.
That's why you'll never have a Puerto Rican mayor.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, and then he just, restructured, the Affordable Care Act. So that's all fucked up again. So now just think of those people. You have to go back to the Las Vegas shooting.
Right.
Now, all of those who didn't have insurance, now this shit is going to be fucked up.
No
those who
precondition.
had coverage, now, you got pre-existing conditions. That's going to be taken away. That's going to be, that's going to cost.
Right.
So, and he's just saying now you can go across state lines and you can get insured. But if you do that, your premium is going to go up.
Right.
The insurance company is going to go up. They make billions of dollars of profits.
Right, but then they're saying the insurance will be junk insurance, so a lot of that stuff won't even cover the shit that
you just have basic. You just go to the
basic cable.
You just go and just like, the doctor visit, but now everything else is going to cost.
Right,
and they can basically charge what they want.
To break it down like basic cable, you get the regular channel, but you don't get HBO, Showtime.
You don't get the premium. You don't get all
NBA
of that.
NBA package, NFL package. You don't get none of that.
And what
shit you want.
Yeah, and
The shit
basically
you
what
need.
he's doing, anything that has or was affiliated with Obama, he's just like
Trying to do away with it.
dismantling it.
Yeah.
Like Obama wasn't even in office for 8 years. So he just wasn't even there for 8 years. So
And at the beginning of the year, like 9,000 people will be just cut off of insurance.
no, it's close to like they said like 26 point something million.
Yeah.
Will lose health care.
Just lose it. Just lose it.
And now you don't even have a tax reform. I mean, so come the end of the year, he basically won't have anything done.
At all.
Anything. And I mean, look at all the disasters that he's faced with right now. You got Harvey, Irma, Maria. Now you got
You still got Mexico with the earthquakes in Mexico as well. Yeah.
Then now you got Northern California, the fire. So he just sent like $16 billion.
Fires in Anaheim Hills too.
Yeah.
Right
So
there.
I mean, and you still fighting. Now, and he's at war with his own people. The funny thing, he's at war with his own people.
Yeah.
You know, like, and you need these people to vote to pass shit. Mm-hmm. But you're going to sit down on Twitter and just talk about people.
You got the House and the Senate.
Yeah. And you still can't get shit done.
That's crazy.
Still can't get shit done. I mean, so that's where we at. The chief of Amazon, you know, he stepped down today.
Why?
For sexual harassment.
Seriously?
Yeah. This shit is running rampant.
See, so that's the thing. It definitely, one thing this whole harassment thing is showing us, it definitely is more women than men.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, but the hypocrisy also, too, because
that part.
Everything that Fox, like, they vilify Harvey Weinstein. Like, the Democrats, y'all have to return the money. You know, Hillary took, and Obama's took 5 to 6 days to come out to blast, you know, Harvey and all that. You know, and it's like, where they accepted his money and they showing the pictures of the Obamas and Harvey you know, at the White House and all that.
That's why they had to speak.
Yeah. But, you know, but the Fox News is like, well, it took them 5, 6 days to come out to say something. But when it was Roger Ailes, none of them motherfuckers said nothing.
That part.
None of them said nothing. The women outnumbered on the couch, none of them said nothing about Roger Ailes. They were all told, this is in-house. We don't discuss this.
Right.
You know, every other network was covering it. But Fox News, they didn't say nothing about it. You know, Sean Hannity, the president sat with Sean Hannity the other night. Hilarious.
It was so crazy because I watched it like early in the morning. And they had, you know, the pictures of the women in the front row. In the second one, I saw Angelina Jolie's name on there. I was like, damn. I kept it pushing. And later on that night, then they added another row.
Well, no, a couple of years ago,
God damn.
Ashley Judd, she had wrote like on Facebook about the experience that she had with him, but she didn't name Harvey Weinstein.
Right.
She said when she was filming Kiss the Girls, she said this big-time movie mogul asked her after an all-day shoot to come up to his room because he wanted her to see if she wanted to do another movie that he was going to produce. And she's like, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I got to get up early the next morning. And she said when he answered, when she came in, he's in his robe, you know, and he's just sitting there and all of that. And she's like, come on. Right. You know, like just have a glass of wine with
a nightcap.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is that he's been doing this a long time.
Yeah,
it's nothing new. You know.
Well, men are also sexually harassed in the workplace by women.
I agree with that.
As silence went over the room.
They said in 2015. Out of 6,800 sexual harassment claims, 17% of those were filed by men.
Yeah, I believe that.
Were they gay men?
No, I mean, I think women probably sexually harass men. They just don't report it as much as women.
Well, I think that in that situation, if the woman harassed the guy, then I'm gay, I don't. And then he was offended by that and then filed. But if you're a real dude, you ain't going to be offended by that.
That's the whole thing.
I know somebody that filed a sexual harassment.
Now somebody's sitting out there right now and saying, what's a real dude? You know, if you're a real dude, I think the
real dude going to process that like, let me try to work this to my benefit. Can I get a raise? Can I get a promotion? Before I put it down, I'm not just going to just file a claim without trying to advance myself if I'm here. I don't mean he's like, oh, I want something. He gonna just hit her right there. Nah, he trying to work his situation. Yeah. I'm in the mail room right now. I got hit on in the mail room. I'm trying to get up to the top floor.
Yeah. The question is, I want to know if
that's what a real dude would do.
If you was in that situation, like, and you worked closely with Harvey or Roger Ailes, and you knew what he was doing, would you step forward and say something?
Would I be the whistleblower?
Yeah.
And end my career in Hollywood? Well, evidently, a lot of them felt that they couldn't because they didn't. You got to be. And my thing is, I think you got to be a special kind of individual. You just got to have that conviction.
So if you saw him doing it, and then you knew a female, and she came to you, and you witnessed, and she said, "Well, I'm going to human resource. Will you back me up?"
No, he wouldn't do it because he didn't do it in the Bill Cosby situation. He knew what was going on, and he didn't say shit.
Yeah, that's not true. That's not true.
That's a perfect example.
I don't appreciate it.
I heard that Harvey Weinstein said that the culture has changed since the 70s.
And he didn't catch up.
So my thing is, what do you mean? So it was cool back in the 70s to
Apparently.
Sexually harass women?
Well, yeah, it was cool back in the 60s and 70s to do a lot of, and the 40s and the 50s to do a lot of things to women. I mean, you just look at, and I think it's come full circle as far as payback, for lack of a better word, with the way women have been treated for so many years by men.
Just look at the movies. They're always getting dogged out.
They get slapped now, because it started, you got to look at the whole movement when it came. First, it started with domestic violence, men putting it. Then now it's made its way to sexual harassment and different things. It's with a man leaving his family. Now, a woman getting alimony and all that stuff. It's like women say you're gonna take care of us. You're just not gonna leave us and kick us to the side.
That was the whole Johnny Carson movement.
Right.
But you see, if you watch older movies. Like
James
in the 60s
Dean.
and all that, they used to smack the shit out of women.
Toots.
Yeah. Edward G. Robinson. John Garfield.
Women didn't get the right to vote till 1922. Yeah. And that's his mama, his sister, and niece. And they didn't give a fuck about them at all.
Women weren't running their own companies like Morris Media.
Exactly.
So it's and you know what? And we look at, because this is the thing that Peyton used to always, she would come home and have these conversations
feminist
about women and the power, and it is. It's like women now saying, I'm fighting for my daughter. But
let me ask this with the spin. If you say you don't want to be the whistleblower, because I had this conversation with a few people and they was like, well, no, that ain't my business. That's not my fight. If I really didn't see it, I really didn't see him, to me, it was like more of a playful touch. But it doesn't get serious until it affects you personally, until it's your daughter or it's your wife.
Right. Now,
then you take issue with it and you go up to him and say, you can't touch my daughter. But all along, he been doing the same thing to other women.
Well, he is a powerful man.
Well, and like, all right, just like you say in hindsight, if I'm standing there and I'm doing warm-up for a show and the sexy girl there and Harvey Weinstein come, the suits are there.
Right.
Yeah.
And I see the suit come, or say it's one of the pages who I work with, one of the girls who help seat the audience.
Right.
And she's fine. And I'm sitting there, and I have a relationship with her as far as her seating my audience, and I see her every week. And then I see the suits, we're down like by the stairs, not on the stage, but down there, and I see him come and grab her and touch her inappropriately.
Grope.
Then I would, the natural instinct for me would be, hey, man, what you doing?
But he's a big time, though.
I understand, but as a man to man, if I see that to a girl that I know, and I know that's not her boyfriend or husband, and I see her being uncomfortable, I'm going to naturally say, hey, ho, hey, man, what are you doing? Leave her alone. And then it starts, because then he's going to look at me.
No, you're out of there.
And say, who the heck are you?
No, he's not going to say nothing to you. He's going to keep it pushing, and he's going to tell his boys, get him off this lot. Get him out of here.
Right.
Yeah,
then the producer's going to say, Lewis, come here, I need to talk to you.
Exactly. And they can be like,
so you never really get a chance to touch him unless you touch him in that moment.
Right.
You don't get that chance twice.
No, you're going to be gone.
No,
you're going to be gone. Now, the girl hopefully will appreciate it. And you stood for the right thing.
Right.
And then when the producer's talking to you, like, what do you mean? What's wrong? What do you mean I'm not coming back? They let me finish. Now, they're very good at letting you finish the day.
They'll pay you for your day.
You finish the day out.
Yeah,
and then my music get a call and say, listen, they're going to go in another direction.
Exactly. And that's the excuse that they leave.
I'm like, what happened? And then I know what happened.
Right. But they won't give you that. They say, you know what? It's just that things weren't working out, and we just decided we're moving in a total direction.
And I think that happens a lot.
That is.
Especially
in this industry.
Yeah, I think people speak up and then they're gone. And that
happened to me. I mean, they don't have to, that's why I tell people when they ask me for advice and they're like, well, what is, I said, you going into an industry where you work day to day. There's no guarantee, because at any given moment, just like, all elements of the show switch. The two producers, if you're there going into your third season, those two producers that you were cool with, they may not be there going into the third season. So you may get this producer that comes in that just don't like you, don't like what you're wearing, has a bad day. They don't need no justification to fire you. They can just come up to you at the end of the day and be like, yo, you know what? Thank you for your services and all that. We're going in a total different direction.
So this is how they hit me. So this is the 1900s. This is 96, 97, around there, working on a project, get it done, everything, first draft, sell it. Now I'm talking to my people. Cousin Donna, she was working with John Singleton at the time. So I'm just trying to get some leeway. I don't have no management in it. I'm doing it on my own. So I'm in Atlanta making these calls. So then she put me on the 3 with these other 2 dudes. They were trying to wonder how I got the shit sold. That was their whole focus. This is rare in Hollywood. This has never really happened before, but I'm just trying to get information from them. They just trying to plug me. So I'm like, well, okay, we're going to fly you to Vegas, and we want to hook up and meet, and then we'll sit down and have a powwow because we got a situation we might want to put you on. So now we hang out that day. Everything is cool. Now we go to the club that night. So then the power dude come in with the suit on and everything. So we in the Rio at this club. Motherfucker talk about, I'll give you $100 if you go up there and dance with this dude. This gay dude dancing up on the stage. He pulled the money out. So I'm like, you give me $100 to go up there and dance? You got to dance real close to it. That's what they're saying. So I'm like, okay, but I snatched the money.
Right.
So then they're like, oh, no, he's not. No, we can't work with him. No. So that's how they try to get me. But I snatched the money.
Yeah, that's a little bullshit test.
Yeah. That's how they try to hit me. And after that, no phone calls, no none of that. It's a cold game.
And just think if you didn't take the money, you wouldn't
if I went up there dancing with gay dude,
you'd still be on right now.
Yeah, I'd be popping.
You'd be Terry Crews.
Hilarious.
Now back to that. Now, if he steps to your daughter, do you approach him in a different manner?
That's my daughter. It's different. It's more personal, like you said.
So yeah,
I mean, at that point, he's getting slapped immediately.
Okay, all right.
Because I know the circumstances. I know my daughter didn't condone this, and I know that's not her man. Now, if it's something, I have to be aware. If the page might have had a conversation with them. So I would ask her first, are you okay?
Yeah.
Well, is everything all right? Then I would read her answer or her face.
Yeah.
And if she's still uncomfortable, then I know to step to him.
Right.
Now, my daughter, I know that's not her boyfriend. I know he shouldn't be putting hands on her. So I'm going right to his throat.
Okay.
Because I know. I don't have to second guess it.
Okay.
You know, that's
because that mentality with us is like, y'all all poor niggers. I know y'all need this money. I have it all, and you're gonna do what I say to be in this circus that I'm running. That's part.
Yeah, it's kind of just like with my daughter. It's like somebody being in your house. I know you ain't got no reason to be in my house, so I'm gonna take you out.
No, I feel you on that.
Now, if I'm at my grandmother's house, I don't know if you should be. She might have invited you in.
Right.
But my house, no, that's my house. That's my daughter.
Right.
And no, just like and it's even more different when it's your daughter or your child or your wife as opposed to you. You will process it differently if it's you.
Yeah.
You might. It's just like Terry Crews processed it totally different for himself. If the guy had grabbed his wife,
right,
he would have probably had a different reaction.
Probably knocked him out quickly. Yeah.
Right.
But him, like, all right, we're I got a responsibility.
But even in situations like that, if you are married, they whole thing is try to show even your wife, oh, he's still my boy.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
and that's what makes them even more angry when you don't allow that.
Right.
When you don't allow, when they don't know your situation.
Right.
When you don't bring your family around, when you just keep it work.
Right.
When you just say, this is, I'm not selling them out too.
Exactly.
That's why they get shocked when they find out, when they see you in an environment that they're in. Oh, your son goes to this school. Oh, what are you? And they even say, some of them say, what are you doing here?
Right.
That's the funniest phrase you ever hear from people who don't expect you to be where they are. Mm-hmm. What are you doing here?
The one that used to bother me all the time is like, oh, your son is so well behaved. Like, what, bitch? What?
Right. Yeah. That's they've actually learned not to say that stupid stuff.
Well, I mean,
and then he hit me with this, like, TDP, see, he's known you for over 20 years and he doesn't even know what it stands for. Like,
right. We
don't care about that type of shit. What do you?
Right.
What,
I know
what
him.
Do you want?
Right. I know him. You're right. And that's the thing. We get those clues and those little nuances dropped on us all the time as minorities by the powers that be, and you learn to ignore. You know what it means, and so you don't even answer it. You don't even react to it because you've been schooled, one by your parents, your friends, by them doing it so much. You might like, hey, fool me once, twice, fool me twice. That whole thing.
Same thing. Now, the
like,
other
well,
thing
he
is,
went to Yale, and I said, look, he should have went to jail. Maybe he would have learned something because he didn't know what the fuck he was talking about.
Right.
But when I said it was a problem,
and when you walk away, they're asking their counterpart who they're in cahoots with about you. But what really messes up when they don't know.
Thank you.
And an example. Let's see how this world works. So I'm doing this thing at Peyton's old school, and where I used to host the father-daughter picnic.
right.
Okay.
So during the day,
How many fathers were there?
No, it's an all-girls school. So it's a bunch of, it's an elite school. Conan O'Brien's daughter goes to school. So the mayor's daughter goes to school. So
Gotcha.
I'm the MC, and we have the DJ, and I'm riffing all day, 2-3 hours. So last year, a mom was there. Now she was from a family that had the same sex couple.
Oh,
okay.
So
the new generation.
Yes,
The same sex, yeah.
so I peeped that, and then because they had like the father-daughter egg toss and then tug of war, and then so I caught myself. I was like, well, hey, mom is here representing da. So it's coming up this year. It's this Sunday.
Yeah.
So my brain, knowing the world I'm in, it's like, all right, maybe you need to go up to the school, take a walk around, see what's changed.
Got you.
So it's all girls school. So I go and I take little notes about what play they're doing, what championships they won, etc. And then I see the sign. And the sign now reads, mind you, for 20, 30 years it was father-daughter picnic.
Yeah, father-daughter picnic.
This year it said Daughter's Day Picnic. I was like,
see?
It's an hour.
Yeah.
It's like, that's interesting. Okay.
What do you think of the girls being allowed to be in the Boy Scout?
Am I telling the story?
That's why Hillary lost, man.
Am I in the middle of a story?
I was so intrigued.
And that is even actually in the story, the whole that thing. But
So she just wants you to get to the heart of it.
Yeah.
I guess so.
She's a gun jumper.
Yeah,
There you go.
She's producing.
Right.
She's like, no, I need this story part. Yeah, she's waving a finger.
Like,
Come on,
let's go.
And I'll get to that. Look now she turned and she upset. She cut the mic off.
I am not upset.
She cut the mic off. Not upset.
I'm about sexual harassment on all you bastards.
Yeah, but she gave us the side like whatever. Your little dry story anyway.
Wow.
It's not helping your numbers. So she went right to that.
Take your nose out of
it's
it.
It's not no Uncle Bobby show.
Oh, really? You are mean.
So
they changed the wording.
Yes.
Father has been
right. So I go
omitted.
to a woman that used to work with Peyton that I know I can have a candid conversation with.
Okay.
I go to her, Miss Cruz. I'm like, hey, what's going on? And she says, yes, this is what we're doing because we have some transgender kids now.
Wow.
Well, maybe you should talk to the communications director, and she can help you with the right, proper wording.
Okay.
So, and this is what's interesting too. She says, let me find out if she's available.
Okay.
So she called her and tells us that, hey, Lewis is here and he's hosting it tonight. Can he come over and see you? And evidently, she said, well, what is it about?
Right.
Now, she don't even want me coming to her office.
Thank you.
Right.
That's what blows me away. I'm trying to help you guys.
Right.
And so she said, well, can I put him on the phone with you? So I back in the day, you would have been able to go see the person face to face.
Right.
You're a communications director.
Right.
You think you would want to see what you're talking with.
Right. Well, who you want dealing with? Yeah.
So I tell her the situation. She said, "Yeah, we're well. First, let me tell you that the board did agree that it's going to be still a girls' school.
Okay.
Because that you can say girls and daughters. Because the other woman said, I don't think you can say daughters anymore. She said, no, we voted on that. You can say daughters. It's still a girls' school.
Vote.
So right. And then she said, but the reason we took out fathers is because it was exclusive. They didn't want that.
Right.
The mothers and some moms want to come in, and I was like, well, yeah, you got some same sex parents. She said, yeah, plus the transgenders, they don't want to be called girls, all that stuff. So I'm like, wow. So that was hilarious. And now the fathers used to put it together, but I talked to the guy who's putting it together. Next year, the moms are taking over.
Wow.
The takeover.
And it's like, and then go to her point about the Boy Scouts. That's crazy. Not crazy. That's where we are now. Can't say that's crazy. That girls now are going to be allowed to be in the Boy Scouts.
Yeah. And the Girl Scouts are mad.
And Hope Flood had some funny things she was saying on social media. But I can't repeat it. It was nasty. But it was really funny.
Nasty.
So, yeah, I think to answer Poetus's question, after this call, we'll answer a caller.
Yo, Tita.
Shalom.
Shalom. Yo, Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
What did Harvey Weinstein say to Lewis's penis in the audition?
What did Harvey Weinstein say to Lewis's penis in the audition? I don't know.
Hey, little monkey chip.
Oh wow, that's funny. That's pretty funny. That's a funny. You actually,
he can act.
He wrote that. That's funny.
I wrote that.
That's funny. I like that. You're a smart guy, man. You got
What's
talent.
up, John Leonard?
What's up, man? Yo, the question is to you. If that's your daughter and he approaches your daughter, what do you do?
Oh, Harvey?
Yes, sir.
Oh, man. Grabbing ass cheeks and feeling on clitorises and shit?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
If my daughter even fucking come to me, which she would never do, you know what I mean? Because she already know a motherfucker finna catch a felony. You know what I mean?
That
Yes,
part,
sir.
yeah.
But if she came and told me that shit, man, oh, man, I'm going to have to get at that nigga, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I'm going to have to be very strategical about my method.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
Talking about motherfucking time, patience, markings on the calendar, duct tape, gloves, Nike gloves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm about to go into work on that boy, man, on some real shit, man.
Well, let me
You know
throw
what I
this.
mean?
Let me throw this element. What if you work with him and that's your homie? You've known him. He gave you great promotions. You making money now.
Harvey?
Yeah.
If Harvey my homeboy,
Yeah.
and I ain't know all this shit was going on.
Right, and it just came out. Your daughter came and said, "Yeah, I was one of the victims."
Man, bro. Oh, shit, bro. I have to say, motherfucking duct tape, mask, gloves. That's my daughter, nigga.
Right.
Is you fucking crazy, nigga? I die for her, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
For real, man. Fuck all the charges, man. Look, what they talking about? Assault. If I get caught, they talking about what? Assault and shit and all that shit. Man, for my daughter, I could do those numbers, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I could do those numbers.
Right.
Well, yeah, that's good. That's good. How has your week been?
Well, Lou, you already know, man. I got to be honest with you, bro. You know, my mind is kind of fucked up right now. You know what I mean?
Why?
Because, like, for this week, man, two days back to back, yo, I woke up on some bitch nigga shit. I woke up thinking about my baby mother, man.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Oh,
Did you
I
reach
gotta
out?
keep it real, man.
She loves me. She loves me not.
Did you
Where
call?
we at?
Did you
I know.
call? Did you
Look.
call?
No, I didn't call, man. Hell no. No text messages or nothing. I stared at her name in my contacts for like 2 seconds and was like, nah, nigga, don't do it, man. You know what I mean? Don't be a bitch, nigga.
But you ain't hit that delete though.
No, he's got to keep her contact in because of the daughter.
Yeah, I gotta keep the contact
Gotta
because
keep
I
the
send her
contact.
money every week, though. You know, I put money on her books every week. You know what I mean?
So you didn't change your name or nothing? You didn't put no file name under it or nothing?
Oh, hell yeah, nigga. I got her under the enemy.
Let me get to the E's.
Now I got
enemy.
Yeah.
Look, hey, Peter, look. This shit spelled properly, nigga.
Right.
The enemy.
in all caps and shit.
I'm not.
All caps.
I'm not mad at you. I do the same
But look,
thing.
Lou,
I'm right there with you.
Yes.
Lou, you know, man, my nigga, I swear to God, man, like, I'm close to 40, man. You know what I'm saying? I got 5 more years to go. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, for some reason, I'm at this stage in my life where, I swear to God, last Sunday, I was, I'm trying to save up money and shit so I can put a down payment on the crib. So I haven't been fucking around in the streets like, I normally do.
Good.
Right?
Good.
But, so, on the free 99 side of the game, I've been fucking with plenty of fish, you know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Now look, I've been fucking with this bitch on that motherfucker talking and texting all that shit for a couple of weeks and shit. And the bitch got little pictures up on there. So I was drunk last Sunday, man, and I motherfucking fucked around, hit the bitch up and said, look, you know what I'm saying, what's happening, letting it come through, blah, 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 you know what I'm saying? She said, cool, you know what I'm saying, text me the address, you already know what time it is, right?
Yeah.
So I come through. First of all, I get up in that motherfucker. The bitch goddamn totally played me on her pictures and shit. You know what I mean? Bitch ain't showing me the goddamn saddlebag she had in front of her goddamn body and shit. You know what I mean?
That part.
She ain't put that on the motherfucking picture. So anyway,
Photoshop.
Yeah, man. So I motherfucker, do what motherfuckers do and shit, and I bounce, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I woke up the next day and totally didn't even remember the bitch. I didn't even remember I fucked her, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how, but my point is that, Lou, you know how you got females out here in your life, like I can honestly tell you, I've had 3 women in my life that their vagina has just magically motherfucking put an imprint on my soul, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Out of all the women, man, I don't even remember all these women names, but the 3 females I remember all the time is Alicia, Joy, and my baby mother, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
There you go.
And my baby mother,
Lisa,
like I say, Lou, no matter how much you get on my fucking nerves, Lou, the bitch vagina is imprinted on my soul, man.
Wow.
You know what I mean, Lou?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I think that's part of it. Part of the vagina is imprinted, but I also think what comes along with that, the time, because you don't do it for hours. You do it for however long you can do it, and then the next thing is you spending time with her in conversation.
Well, the conversation, like you was talking about the flag football shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And my baby mother, man, me and her, you know what I'm saying, we've always clashed about the kids and all this shit, because I grew up in the hood, she grew up in the suburbs, you know what I mean?
Right.
And in my hood growing up, nigga, you gotta come outside like you walking into the prison yard, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So we used to play body rock and shit, where you go hard to the body on niggas and shit. We used to slap box. Nigga, we played football on the hardwood basketball court in the gym, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Tackle, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my whole mentality with my kids, especially my son, has always been like, you know what I'm saying, little nigga be tough, little nigga be tough.
Physical.
And she on some goddamn flag football shit.
Right.
But, like I say, Lou, I still motherfucking toss that cho-cha in the air and it turn into sunshine.
Hey man, that's it. Look, I hear what you're saying. The important thing is recognizing that you got love for her, and love is crazy, man. Love's got so many antennas. I mean,
Is it love, Lou?
Yeah.
Or is it the cho-cha is embedded in my soul?
No, because after you bust, man, you would do the same thing you did with the girl who gave you the fake picture. You would bounce.
Right.
And you don't come back. So you don't do that. It's something deeper.
It's already on your soul.
It's easier for you. It's easier for you to just to say it's the cha-cha, because that allows you.
Cha-cha. That's a dance, nigga. I said the cho-cha, nigga.
All right, my fault.
Ain't nobody doing the cha-cha, nigga. You flashing back to Dancing with the Stars, nigga.
All right, cho-cha, whatever. So that allows you not to have to think about it even deeper, and that's okay, because you're just fighting against what's real. And
hold
at one
on.
point,
TDP, man.
Yes, sir.
Am I being a bitch, nigga, man? What you think?
You said she's already ingrained in your soul.
yeah, that's not being a B.
And you already made a situation where you wanted to come back. You love her. You felt like you couldn't live without her, but you still fighting that young lion in you. You won't kill it.
You want to get rid. You don't want to leave the 30s, because you got 30s down now, and you're 5 years away from 40, and you need to go ahead and make a man decision and say, I'm going to put in work with this woman. I'm going to deal with her.
Delete my post-traumatic slave syndrome hood nigga mentality. Get rid of the drugs and the alcohol and become a Lewis Dix.
No, no. Now, if that would be the
you got to grow your nose first.
That would be the ideal situation.
I need nose surgery.
Yeah,
that would be the ideal situation to get rid of those unnecessary things that you feel you need. But for right now, because you're still kind of young, put it in a safe, and only you know the combination. So you make a conscious choice to go open it up if you need that to relax your brain, because it's really difficult and hard to live right and do the right thing and love a woman. It's not easy.
One more, man. John Lemon, what you think, homie?
Hey, man, you only get 3 great ones in your life, and at that moment, you will know if she's right for you and you ready to settle down.
But you got to put the work in for it. You got to understand her.
You will feel it in your soul, like you say, player. You will feel it in your soul. You like, she's been there. She's a ride or die, and it's just time to just go ahead and make that move. You will feel it, and only you know when it's that time.
She already popped up on you and said, "You got a bitch in there." You already went through that, so she knows she loves you.
Yeah.
And if you waking up and you staring at her number for 2 seconds, you already know, because you compared her to others,
right?
And then others obviously don't set up to what she does. So you know in your soul,
you know what makes her happy. You know what makes her mad.
It's just a matter of you coming around saying, "I'm gonna do right by her now."
Yeah, you now have to man up and put the work in, and it's not easy, man. Women are very complicated.
But look, that's a good point. But you don't have to do right by her. You just have to do right by yourself, and she'll change as well.
Right.
Word.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
If you
put that on a T-shirt, nigga.
You know.
Look for it coming in Nosy Productions.
Entertainment.
Lou, guess what?
What?
Guess what, Lou?
We got a new one?
Yo, Lou, you was hacked recently, right?
Yeah. Oh, my email, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nigga, you know, perfect opportunities present themselves in tragedy situations, Lou.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Low.
Here we go, Lou.
You gonna learn today.
Low.
Lou, you got to learn this shit here. Look, Lou. You know, me and you, Lou, we can motherfucking start a company up, Lou.
Another
with
one.
this digital world, Lou. Look, I got to sell you on this shit like this, Lou. Now, I gotta imitate you. I love you, Lou, but I gotta imitate you on the info commercial, okay?
Okay.
Okay, here it is. Hello, I'm Lou Dix. Do you know that 800 million people around the world are hacked every day and their identifications are stolen? Now, I was recently scammed, but I chose to stand up and fight back. Lewis Dix has started his own app to protect your security and your family. And I call it Lewis Dix Nose Lock. Lewis Dix Nose Lock Securities will protect your family, your identity, your financials, everything. All you got to do is download the little app. The symbol looks like a nose with a lock going through the nostrils. And sign up today.
I need a meme.
I'm Lewis Dix. Thank you.
That was a nice commercial.
You know what? That was
boogers not included.
As much as I disliked the whole thing, it was funny and it was on point. The imitation.
The voice was there.
We can make money, Lou.
Another
man.
startup company.
Look,
I'll let y'all niggas, man. I'm out of here, man.
Be safe out there, man.
Willie Sweet, Wonka Joe, and Apollo Legend. Look low.
Listen,
low.
We're about to get out of here. Do you have any final words?
Yeah, just watch yourself.
Okay. Do you have any final words?
I'm looking for the Nose Lock app.
Exactly.
Is it up yet? Is it on the market?
With the Nosy Productions, Nosy Entertainment.
You gonna be rich, Low.
Now you know what?
Low. You gonna be rich, Low.
Low.
The man is blessing you with opportunity after opportunity.
He's so funny and it's interesting. He's 35 and he's he just needs to go ahead and a good woman is important if you can find it.
It's a battle between youth and experience and wisdom. He's in that battle. He's in that triangle right now.
Okay, I'm seeing my dad calling. He must be listening to the show.
Answer it.
She's still getting treatment?
She's not supposed to say nothing about that.
You already know about that.
Yeah.
You dead yet?
You guys want to take another call?
Yeah, one last call and then
Chris
I
from
gotta go.
Connecticut.
Hello? Yes.
Sylvester.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, how you doing,
What's
Sylvester?
up?
I was doing good. What you said about the fathers and daughters thing.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Do tell.
Yeah, I think it's time to protest.
What's perturbed you about that, Sylvester?
Hey, why they taking fathers out?
And it's interesting.
PC now.
And the guy told me that one of the dads wanted to protest and boycott it.
Take a knee.
And what about you? Are you on with that?
No, I mean because this is where we are. I mean, you have to go along with the changes because
why though?
That needs to change. Fathers need to change.
No, I agree with what I agree that it should remain father-daughter picnic.
This is your chance, Lou.
But
how long has it been going on at the school?
But over 30, 40 years. I mean, school's been around for a long time. But
how long has fathers been in the world?
Forever.
Get to school, so they're gonna take them out now. So it's changing. So there ain't gonna be no father.
No,
what's that gonna lead to?
It's there. I'm assuming that this is what they looked at.
Everybody.
They want to be inclusive, and they looked at who is the picnic for? The picnic is for the daughters
and the fathers,
and it's right. But it's so many women who just have not have had great relationships with their fathers, who are upset, who are still angry, carrying baggage, and this is their fight.
They can have it on another day.
Exactly.
Hey, man, I totally...
Their fight. Well, that should be one they should lose.
Hey, man.
Yeah, where's your fight for the men, the fathers?
Hey,
If we don't fight, they win.
Now, would you have a different stance if it was father son and mothers tried to come in?
They do. They will. That will come. You don't have father... Now, soon they will be having father-son dances because of where we are. But no, that'll be
perfect for you.
Women want to be inclusive.
Move,
They're
son,
tired of
kick
being
my leg.
excluded.
Cho-cho.
They're tired of, and I hear what you're saying, man. You're absolutely right.
So won't you fight for this, Lou?
It's not. It's kind of like when guys say, "Hey, man, that's my wife. That's what she want. I'm not. I'm picking and choosing my fights." And this is a fight that we just
thought you was better than that.
Hey, man, we're right. Fathers are getting excluded, man. Males.
Because you're letting them.
No, it's not me.
It is you.
Hey, you letting them.
You let them, Lou.
Man, I don't know why y'all putting it on me.
And this is something you ain't even got to take a knee on. You fighting for fathers. That's your lane.
And we didn't even get to that.
You don't even have to take a knee in this situation, Lou.
Hey, man, listen, fathers.
Take a stand. Take a stand.
Hey, fathers.
Gotta stand for
and we
something
appreciate
to
your
fall
call,
for.
man. Have a great weekend.
Y'all too.
Hey, yesterday.
Y'all too.
All right, yesterday.
Sylvester in Florida. And
I believe yesterday was Dick Gregory's birthday.
Baba Dick, yes.
Happy birthday to you, boss, man. Rest in heaven. His new show is out.
Rest in power.
Joe Morton is doing a one-man play about him. So shout out to him.
And respect his kids and his beautiful wife Lillian, who's still here with us.
Banana Clip Jaw, he said that his name comes from a Corey Holcomb joke.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I guess he was informing me. So,
no, the Banana Clip is like on an AK-47.
Oh, is that what that is?
Banana Clip, yeah.
All right, okay. Hey, listen, I got
the boy that need to go take a nap.
Man, fight for the Father's Day, Lou. Fight for that, man.
Hey,
get with the other fathers,
I will.
petition and all that. No, you ain't.
All right, listen, we gotta get out of here. Can we go, POTUS?
You got work to do.
Yeah, me and TD, we're going to stay. We're going to continue to fight.
All right, cool.
We're going to take a knee.
I got a game. Thank y'all for listening.
You got a game today?
Yeah.
You going to take a knee?
Windward?
No, at Windward. We're not taking a knee.
Damn!
Traffic going to get you.
Yeah, I'm Lewis Dix.
TDP.
Jeff Arnold.
Thank you, POTUS.
In a man's world.
We're out.